Today I'm covering a topic that's super relevant for people coming to Australia, especially international students, and want to know the best part-time jobs to do in Australia as a student. When I first came, I had no idea on the type of job I was looking for and what I can get with having no experience whatsoever. I've always lived at home, I've always had my family care for me and provide for me, so going out there and finding my first part-time job as a student was pretty nerve-wracking but also confusing. Whether you're looking to just earn some extra cash, gain valuable experience, or just make the most of your student life, I've got you covered with the types of jobs you should be looking for. First up, the type of job that I was hearing everyone rave about and recommend was retail jobs. Working in retail is a classic choice for students in Australia. It offers flexible hours which can easily fit around your study schedule. Plus you get to develop customer service skills, you get to meet people and often be a part of a fun culture and team. Some of the most popular retail jobs are in fashion stores like Cotton On, Maya, or even grocery stores like Woolworths and Coles. The minimum wage in Australia is $23 at the moment, so you'll be paid at least that, if not more. I know retail jobs can offer a lot with more experience. My friends even gain anywhere from $30 to $40 an hour, and that would include managing their stock, making sure the store looks good, attending to customers, and so on. Next is absolutely, you guessed it right, hospitality jobs, which is really popular in Australia because you have a lot of cool cafes and hotels that people come and travel to. So cafes, restaurants and bars are always on the lookout for part-time employees. Jobs in this sector come with flexible shifts, and that can be a great way to earn tips on top of your hourly rate as well. If you work in a bar, I believe you need a RSA to serve alcohol, and if you work in a cafe, you need a barista certificate and training. You'll gain valuable experience in team building, people skills and communication. This could also be a great way to get out there and meet people and see the Australian life and culture, which I thought was a pretty great perk. So I tried to work for a cafe, believe it or not, for 2 days. Be aware that it can be quite hectic, especially if I just offer an insight from my perspective. Working at a cafe at rush hour when everyone's going to work, or at their lunch break, getting their coffee and lunch, can be quite hectic. You'll be dealing with multiple people, big number of crowd, and just a lot of different types of people. So be aware of that, of getting into a customer service role where you're attending with people, that it can be quite hectic. So when that didn't work out, I stepped into the third category of jobs, which is tutoring. I have always been an academic, I've always been good at my studies, and if you excel in a certain subject as well, tutoring can be a fantastic option. You can set your own hours and rates, you can be part of tutoring services, which offered me $30 to start with. It's a great way to help others out while reinforcing your own knowledge. I got to teach HSC student, which is high school students here, about poetry, which is what I love. And I love doing that while earning money. You don't actually have to be part of a tutoring service. You can do it on your own as well and tutor your peers or younger students or kids in your neighborhood in subjects that you're passionate about or good at. And if you do it on your own, you can charge anywhere from $40 to $50 to $60 an hour. I know when I was working with a tutoring agency, they would offer me $30, but it took me a while to get to the student's place, and most likely the tutoring lesson wouldn't be any more than 1 to 2 hours. So me traveling there was effort as well. So be mindful of all those facts and make your decision. The fourth type of jobs you can get here as a student in Australia is campus jobs, which I highly recommend. Let me just say, campus jobs pay great, and many universities offer campus jobs like library assistants, lab techs, and even admin roles. I worked as a note taker for people with disability at UTS, my university. Because UTS has a very diverse and inclusive program, people with disabilities need someone to help them out with taking notes in lectures. And that's essentially what I was doing. I was attending their lectures to hand them notes. These university jobs are so convenient because they're right on campus. and they will often ask you about your availability, so you'll be able to schedule it around your study. Plus, they're also a great way to get involved in campus life. I know there are university jobs like being an ambassador for the university on open day and getting everyone excited, which can be super fun to be a part of. So go to your university careers website and look for those kind of roles. As a student, I was getting paid at a standard rate of $40 an hour, which is what I get paid now as a professional, which is crazy. The fifth type of job is freelancing. If you've watched my other videos, you know I'm a big fan of freelancing, and I've done that in the past as well. And it really started when I was studying and trying out different ways to make money. If you have skills in graphic design, writing, social media management, which is what I was doing, platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, and Freelancer can allow you to pick up gigs that suit your skills and schedule. It's a flexible way to earn money and also build your portfolio for when you graduate and you have all this experience that you can talk to your employers about, especially if the services you're offering matches what you're learning at university. That would be really helpful for when you graduate and are looking for a professional job. The sixth type of job that I was really a fan of when I was studying was babysitting, or even pet sitting if that's more your style. Babysitting or pet sitting can be a great option because of the type of flexible hours and rates it offers. And it can be a fun way to make money, especially if you love kids or animals. This might be the perfect fit for you. I've made other videos on how I became an au pair in Australia and babysat and became a nanny. It was a fun time. It's pretty hectic, but it is still more fun than many other jobs that you can get as a student in Australia. So I highly recommend it, especially all the types of rates it offers and the types of opportunities you can get. And gigs like those are really needed. Parents really need someone to help them out with their kids or pets. I mentioned this in my other video, but you can start by looking at websites like Find a Babysitter, or just spread word of mouth, or contact me and I can guide you through what I did. Those are some of the best part-time jobs in Australia that you can get as an international student, according to me. I hope you found this video useful, and feel free to check out my other videos on Australian life and studying abroad, balancing work, life and study while you're here as a student in Australia. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram and I'll be happy to help you out. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.